Hello there. Welcome to another Sully side quest. My name is Tyler, aka Sully, and this is Maple. Hello, Maple. Maple and I are upgrading my axe before we start. Or mending it, I should say. I'm about done. But while we wait, I want to show y'all something. Alright, so we have an updated to-do list that I want to do over the next few days. These are some things that I want to get done. I want to update the fence around Jabba's hut. I want to update the lighting around the base instead of torches everywhere. I want to make a river. I'll show you that here in a second. I think that's what we're going to work on today. I want to build Stanley's house so he can have somewhere nice to stay. I want to build a village. That's going to take a long time, so that's just a big goal. Unlock the nether. I don't know what that sound was, whatever y'all heard. And all these things. Inner chest, relieve the tree, and then sugarcane farm. So this is the Renaissance, and we are planning to upgrade everything before the spin of sin is hit again. If you're new, every certain subscriber milestone, I think we had enough. Are you ready, Maple? Let's go. Every certain subscriber milestone, we have to spin what's called the spin of sin. It's this terrifying thing. Look at this. It's right there. That spinner has a lot of different challenges on it, and whatever it lands on, we have to do. And if we mess up, if we don't complete that challenge, then we have to turn the world on hardcore, and we could potentially lose everything. So if y'all want to see that, subscribe. But today is not that day. And we are going to be productive, and we are going to have a great Minecraft day. I still have to talk a little low. My wife's family is still in town, and I do not want to disturb them from their slumber. They're like a few rooms over, and so ASMR Tyler is back. Yeah, so today my plans are to kind of think over towards the far corner of our map here. I turn the music up when I'm by myself because I just love vibing. Then it gets loud for y'all. Maple, I'm so glad you're here with me, man. I love rain. I love it. Yeah, we're going to think about this far corner over here. Hey, what up, Kermit? Kermit's on our old board. We haven't really used this, and I got to update the deaths. But we've done a lot of this. Stairs, we haven't done that. We need to add that to it. A diving board and farm upgrades. We've definitely started to do that. Guys, I've been selling all the potatoes. Like, I sold all the potatoes from yesterday. Look at all that. So that's what we got left. But like, look at all these emeralds I got over here in this chest. I'll show you. Look at that. That's crazy. I want to get a lot of emeralds so we can buy Logan stuff. But if you see this corner here, I want this like edge right here to be like agriculture, farming, and maybe like a quaint village on this side of the corner that matches this aesthetic here. I love Maple. She's so cute. And so today I want to look at making a river right here, because I want there to be a dock, like I want a pretty dock coming out here, like there's trading and stuff like that in the future. I just think that would be so cool. So let's visit wherever Jabba is. There you are. I gotta use your bed, Jabba. Sorry. I just need to add my own bed in here with you because I keep using your bed. Oh, I'm sorry, Jabba. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to do that. His prices just went up. He's like, okay, all right. You hit me with an egg? Taxes. So there's this little lake right here. And I want this lake to touch the ocean over here. And so the reason I was mending my axe is because we are about to take this down. So this is going to be a chill episode where we do some mining and some building. But I have some stories to tell y'all. Because yesterday was wild. So Alex's family came into town because there was an air show happening in Meridian, and this air show was called the Blue Angels. Basically, the Navy's like some of their best pilots coming in and flying jets. Yeah, this music is just absolutely banging. So these were some pilots, and we went and watched them in the entire city of Meridian, which is not a big city in itself, and this was not a big base. Get to that in a second. We went to watch them, and it was super dope. Okay, I'm telling you, like, it was worth going. Like, the jets were flying at each other and then like turning at the last second, flying super close to each other, just like this really awesome. Maple, I can't get down. But okay, getting there was a nightmare. All right, so like I would imagine somewhere between 5 to 10,000 people came to this event from all across the South region. And because it was a Navy base, it was like they had to check everyone who came in the door. And so the line, people were waiting 4 hours to get there. Like, we got there, like, how much is in this tree? This tree is so weird. I probably should just get a, like, okay, there's another little stem here somewhere. Goodness, how much is in this tree? I probably should get iron and some shears and just go to town, because, we actually need this. Yeah, good thought, Tyler, good thought. So we arrived at 9:30 in the morning, right? 9:30. And the event didn't start till like 12. The main event at 3. And we thought we had plenty of time. Well, silly me goes without a lot of gas, because I thought we would get in there pretty quickly. So we were in line, and we only had 20 miles left before we were empty. And we had been waiting for an hour. And so I get out of my vehicle to go see, like, this line is so long. I walk 2 miles thinking that, like, within a mile and a half I would see, like, the end of the line. No, I walked 2 miles before, I didn't see the end of the line. What? You gotta watch out, Maple, I could hurt you. Before I saw the turn in. And it was another, like, mile before. Anyways, yesterday was a lot. It was a lot. But we survived. And we actually got in because one of my friends from base let us in. So we probably wouldn't even made it to the show. That was probably not a good... I didn't tell that story very well because I'm distracted and I am not a good multitasker. But it was wild. I had a fun time. Fun time with friends. Let's see. Oops, that's gone. Okay. Let's see. We got church today. I'm excited. I'm continuing in a talk about Mormonism. We're going to look at the Book of Mormon today and the Word of Wisdom. These are some books that Mormons read. And our goal with, like, what I'm teaching is, like, how do we share the gospel with them? I don't know if you're familiar with Mormonism at all. Honestly, and don't mean to clown on anyone. That's not my intent. I just think it's just a very, very obviously wrong religion. Just historically, like, there's a lot of things that you can point out, and you're like, this just doesn't make sense. This whole Joseph Smith guy, all that stuff. I love, but, like, I don't believe that it lines up with Scripture or history. Like, when you compare historical events in the Bible and archaeology that's, like, proved those historical events to the claims of Mormonism, it doesn't compare. It doesn't compare. But man, some of that Mormonism stuff is so fascinating. So fascinating. But Joseph Smith technically claimed that Jewish settlers came from Israel, like, I think I could be wrong, but I think it was around like before Christ died on the cross, so like 200 to 300 BC, so before Jesus was born. This whole episode is going to be tearing down this one tree. This is just insane. This is an insane tree. Oh my goodness. I probably should have just set it on fire, to be honest with you. Oh my goodness. But this is going to help us relieve our tree, though. So. Oh my goodness. It's such an annoying tree to take down. Maple, be careful. Anyway, so they believe that, like, or Joseph Smith claimed that Jews from Israel came over in 200 BC, but there is no, like, there is no proof of that in our genealogies, because then that would mean that our Native American friends would have like Jewish ancestry, and they don't. So very interesting stuff. Oh my goodness, this tree is annoying. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm sorry. This is kind of boring. I thought this tree would last real quickly, but dude, oh my goodness. Okay, we got everything this way. Everything up here. So there's got to be one block up there. Oh my goodness. Golly. Okay, there we go. Yeah, and the whole deal about them not drinking any hot drinks or tea, it's a crazy thing. Crazy stuff. Our goal is to share with them the truth of the actual gospel and be prepared for it, because, I mean, Mormons are some of the most loving people. They really are. Okay, let's place this somewhere that we were not going to break it. Like right here, I think. Okay, so Job chapter 39. I'm so excited that we are finally at the point where God is answering Job. And so in chapter 39, this is the second kind of section where God gives his answer as to why he's allowed bad to happen to Job. And yesterday's answer, we got, dude, I'm in control. Do you understand all that goes on in life? And so he's taking Job on this cosmic journey of understanding who God is and what kind of control he has. So let's pull this up. This is what it says, chapter 39, verse 1. Do you know when the wild goats give birth? Have you watched a deer, as deer are born in the wild? Do you know how many months they carry their young? Are you aware of the time of their delivery? So God even knows and like cares about animals, like procreating. They crouch down to give birth to their young and deliver their offspring. Their young grow up in the open fields and leave home and never return. And there's also this sense of like, look at all this beauty that I'm creating. Look at all this good that I'm doing. Who gives the wild donkey its freedom? Who untied its ropes? I have placed it in the wilderness. Its home is the wasteland. It hates the noise of the city and has no driver to shout at it. The mountains are its pasture land, where it searches for every blade of grass. Will the wild ox consent to being tamed? Will it spend the night in your stall? Can you hitch a wild ox to a plow? Will it plow a field for you? Given its strength, can you trust it? Can you leave and trust the ox to do your work? Can you rely on it to bring home your grain and deliver it to your threshing floor? So he's like, again, taking Job through this journey, almost like a zoo. Look at all these things that I've created and what they do and how they act. The ostrich flaps her wings grandly, but there are no match for the feathers of the stork. She lays her eggs on the top of the earth, letting them be warmed in the dust. She doesn't worry that a foot might crush them or a wild animal might destroy them. She is harsh toward her young, as if they were not her own. She doesn't care if they die, for God has deprived her of wisdom. He has given her no understanding, but whenever she jumps up to run, she passes the swiftest horse with its rider. Have you given the horse its strength, or clothed its neck with flowing mane? Did you give it the ability to leap like a locust? Again, let's reference back to the beginning of Genesis at all of the things that God created during that time, and then now looking at it from this perspective, God's like sharing, look, I've created all these things. Its majestic snorting is terrifying. It paws the earth and rejoices in its strength. When it charges out to battle, it laughs at fear and is unafraid. It does not run from the sword. The arrows rattle against it, and the spear and javelin flash. It paws the ground fiercely and rushes forward into battle when the ram's horn blows. It snorts at the sound of the horn. It senses the battle in the distance. It quivers at the captain's commands and the noise of battle. Is it your wisdom that makes the hawk soar and spread its wings towards the south? Is it at your command that the eagle rises to the heights to make its nest? It lives on the cliffs, making its home on a distant rocky crag. From there it hunts its prey, keeping watch with piercing eyes. Its young gulp down blood. Where there's a carcass, there you'll find it. And so what should we get from this passage? Well, let's see. What does it say about God? What it says about God is that he is powerful, that he is in control, that he understands even the minute details of the world. Like, we think he is only involved with human affairs. That's untrue. He's involved with everything. Like, he's given animals their abilities, and he sees them, and he watches their life too. Like, he controls life itself. And what does it say about us? I think we have to live in humility, knowing that God knows what he's doing, right? That we see all these beautiful things about life and these intricacies of creation, and we have to admit that he's in control and we're not. And so for us to take away from this passage, I think we ought to know that God is in control, so that should alleviate some anxiety from us when bad things happen to us. If God so cares about the smallest details of humanity, and, you know, he should care about us. So that's Job chapter 39. We're almost done, y'all. I think we got, if I have to look here, we have only 3 more chapters in Job, and we'll finish our first book. I'm so excited. Let's get back to the video. Here. Okay. There we go. Now what's left? Why is this not going away? This has been a wild tree. Okay. This is left here. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We got to look at Catch of the Week tomorrow. Guys, if you have not already done it, every single week, one person gets added to my world via fish. Because obviously we're the disciple. You know, we're trying to make disciples and fishers of men, that kind of stuff. If you want to be in the world, just like Beckett, just like Kennedy, just like Gabriella, then comment on the video. Make sure to subscribe and comment. You will be you will be fish of the week if so choosing. Best comment. Best comment. All right, let's get rid of all this mess. Honestly, I can't be bothered with the hot stuff yet. Just want to clear the ground. This was insanely too much stuff. I want to conserve all this material, though, because I really love this mangrove root for building. Okay. Okay, wow. That was tough. Like, one goal should have been just remove mangrove tree. That was tough. Okay, but see, there's still more over here. Golly. That lasted like 10 minutes. Okay, where is the wood? Hopefully that was it here. At least we have maple, you know? That's the best part. That's the best part. Alright, let's go sleep real quick. And then we're going to come back and probably try to do a dent into the river. Because now we can see a little bit more over there than we could before. Mr. Jabba, excuse me. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, y'all. I have to tell you to go listen to this album. Like, I am literally telling you, this is one of the best albums I've ever heard. If you're a rap fan, and that album is by Indie Tribe that just came out this past Friday. Gosh, I'm blanking on the title. Who Do You Say I Am by Indie Tribe is so good. So good. You guys gotta go listen to it. And with this other song by Andy Mineo, Limo Blaze, and DC3, that is fire as well. I don't know the soccer player, but it's the soccer player who does like the ice cold look, the emote, the dance, the celebration. I don't know his name. Cole something. Cole Bryant, is that his name? That's what the song's name is. Really good stuff. Dude, this is the hardest tree in the world to get rid of. I think burning it would have been more effective. Note to self. And there's another one over here. I can't be bothered with that one today. Alright, so let's look at this. Oh my goodness. This tree is right in the middle of where I want to do it. Oh my goodness. Mangrove, more like, man, go, get out of here. I know you love my jokes. Okay, is that it? I think that's it. I think that is it. Gotta keep an eye on my axe because it looks like it's about to see its last breath. Hopefully that was it for here. Okay. Alright, y'all. So what I actually wanted to do today in the last 4 minutes of our episode. Okay, so I want to connect this side over towards this side. Okay. Alright. So I think because there's already, like if you check this out, there's already like a little river down here. Like, I think we should just follow this, like, river aesthetic here. So that means just, like, straight this way. This shovel's absolutely amazing. Right along this way. You know what I'm saying? We don't want rivers to be too straight. So I think I'm going to try to curve it just a little bit on this side. That's an interesting sound right there. Okay. Okay. So now we've connected it to water over here. Does mud make it slower for you to walk? I would assume so. Okay, let's remove this layer. Probably gonna have to get some buckets. Every time I say bucket, I just think of Beckett. Beckett, are you still watching? You tuning in? Let me know, Beckett. Oh, we gotta build an aquarium soon for all of our peeps. Just clean that up right here. Maple, it's such a joy to have you around. Because Logan's not around. Where did he go? He's just busy, y'all. He's getting busy. And the only time I can do this is like early mornings, and it's hard for him. So, I understand. He'll be back on. I joke with him every time I see him about coming back on. Because we see each other like all the time. Boom. 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 It's just the Mangrove episode. The Mangrove quest. The most evil villain in the world. Boom. There we go. Be careful. Be careful, Maple. I think creepers run away from cats. Am I right or wrong there? I hope so. And then we want this to like go all the way out to the ocean. Which it helps that this water was here. We're gonna have to get rid of that mangrove too. I wonder if a mangrove village would sound cool though, you know? Ooh, I can't really trust doing this with my axe. I think I have enough just for this though. Yeah, I just need to get rid of this one. I'm gonna have to go upgrade or mend my axe here in a little bit. It's another mangrove like right in the middle of the river. L mangrove. Okay. That flow in a little bit. And then I guess I would want it to like, we kind of want to see the underneath here. So I think the cave is just right down here. This would help give it depth. Quick depth. Sweet. Coming to a close here, y'all. Boom. If Maple likes swimming. Some cats don't like it. Some cats do. Alright. Oh, she does like swimming. Okay. Okay, I'm just fixing the edges here so it looks kind of normal. And I can't wait for there to be like a port. We need to build like a port and some like, I'm about to fill this in with water, but I just don't think we have time today. That mangrove tree took like all of our time. And this is super straight. I've noticed that, so we're going to have to fix it. I don't like it being super straight. It needs to have some curvature. We'll fix that. But for now, because the time is finished and I have to go, we're going to honor the time. That's going to be it. That will be all of our episode today. Mrs. Maple is gonna go. She's gonna go sit on the chest. She loves chests. Okay, I think that's it for today, y'all. Thank you all so much for watching. We're gonna start getting these things done. These Renaissance task done. Me and Maple will see you guys on the next one. Thanks so much for watching this side quest. I will see y'all later. Peace.